The summer, man. The summer. Summer been tough. But you know what I realized? In my weight loss journey, the summer has always been tough. Other than my first year, because my first year I started in April. So naturally, you know, I was full head of steam. So I didn't look at the summer that sort of way. But it's like as soon as I got down to a weight where I could finally start moving again, starting 2020, the summer has been tough. This is like my first summer where I'm dormant. I haven't ran, went for a walk. I haven't been out at a park, did a hike, nothing this whole summer. No biking, nothing. I'm too big. And it's giving me a good perspective. And me personally, I'm just processing the positives. I could say my foot slowed me down. I could say the summer slowed me down, but ultimately, this is just the journey. This is just where I'm at. And it is what it is. I'm still positive. I'm still pushing. I'm still on my grind. And I'm still destined to shine. You know what I mean? That was funny to me. But here we are. Another water fast. I've been trying not to make a video this time. I just wanted to do it. But I was like, people have been following me and shit. People kind of curious. So it's like, I won't say I feel obligated, but I feel like I have that responsibility to a certain extent to update people how I'm doing. Because, there's been a lot of disappearing acts from people that go on weight loss journeys on YouTube. And I always see people like in their comment section, like, what happened to this person? And I don't want to be that person. So I always try and give them an update at least like once a month or something. Because I don't have any love lost for YouTube or the community or anything like that. I was just on the binge, like real spill. I was on the binge. And I realized that as much as we try and say willpower isn't a key, it's a key. It might not be the only thing, but it's a big thing, you know what I'm saying? Me, personally, my own personal opinion, I attribute things to like God and willpower, you know what I'm saying? And like the animal instinct. So right now I'm hibernating again, I'm on a water fast. I'm deep into a water fast. Like, it flew. And it's crazy because I've been off this week. And time is flying, though. And I realize that's a big key for water fasting for me. Is like making time fly. Like the first day, I don't even remember the first day. I can't even lie. I'll try to figure it out. I think I remember that maybe on the first day, it was kind of easy, but towards the end, I was like, okay, I made it 24 hours. Do I really want to start now? That was like the big point for me. It was like, do I really want to start now? Am I really ready to give up all this shit? So, that's that what we call the Last Supper mentality, right? Where it's like, before you start a fast, that last meal is your last meal. But really it isn't, but it kind of feel that way, right? Because you're not going to eat for a while. And that can cause binging. Same way as like when you get off a fast and you haven't had so many foods you love in a while, you want to kind of eat it all. I kind of give into the binge. And because I give into the binge, I gain weight fast. I give into the binge because I feel like I should. That's just the honest truth. I feel like I should. Like, I feel like, why shouldn't I? Obviously, there's a lot of reasons why I shouldn't. But I mean, in that particular moment that I be in, I say, why shouldn't I? Like, I haven't eaten in a long time, or I haven't had this in a long time. But then I find something I really like, and I crave it morning, day, night. And it was ice cream again. And the funny story about it is this: when I first started it, when I started eating ice cream, this binge, we'll say the past month, right? I ate it and I didn't like it, and I was pissed. Okay, I realized what causes me to get like addicted to something that I know I can get addicted to, but I've lost it. I've lost the addiction. I lost the cravings. I remember like that I used to love this thing. How come I don't love it anymore? Like, are you trying to tell me that it wasn't good and I was addicted to trash? So I'll keep eating it until I get that feeling again. You know, that feeling. And then unfortunately, once I get that feeling, I want that feeling time and time again. And I realize it's the same thing with alcohol, same thing with smoking. So I've learned it's not ice cream actually. It's I would say it's a high amount of added sugar and definitely chocolate. Like chocolate with added sugar. You know, just plain cocoa or like 99%, 90%, even 80%, I don't get addicted to that. You know what I'm saying? But like chocolate with a high amount of added sugar, ice cream with a high amount of added sugar, especially a flavor that I really enjoy, I get addicted. Um, it's weird to say this, but I'm kind of happy that I went through this because I was kind of on the fence of, am I an addict? Am I not an addict? Am I an addict? Am I not an addict? And I think I just don't like the word addict. I think that was the issue. I don't like the word. Even like when I used to drink a lot of alcohol, I don't like to say I had an alcohol addiction. I don't like to say I had a smoking addiction. I just like to say I had this time with it and I binged on it and it's done. I'm done with it, you know? Um, but it doesn't matter what it is. It's just recognizing that I need to stop it. You know, it's like chocolate. I know I really love chocolate. I know I could put down chocolate, and I think I'm okay with putting down chocolate. I just know I can never tell myself you will never have chocolate again. Because when I tell myself that, I'm inclined to go and have it that last time, which never is the last time. So I just have to tell myself, not for now. You know, for now, no chocolate. For now, no smoking. For now, no drinking. Let's focus on me, being healthy, being at a healthy weight, being able to do what I love, run, you know. This past few days I've been looking at a lot of pictures of running, a lot of pictures of running, a lot of pictures of me at like my peak of last year, you know, when I was like 220, 230. And, even though I was like that, I was that way for like 4 or 5 months. I don't really feel like I experienced it the way I want to experience it, you know? I want to really experience it. I want to really feel it, vibe out in it, forever. And if that means putting down chocolate, it's actually a hard decision, but because I really love it, right? But I choose that body, you know? I choose that body. But it might be a time. It might take time. It might be a process. I might win this time. I might not. And that's the reality. So yeah, I'm on another water fast, you know. I think a lot of people have a mentality that when you water fast and you lose weight, you lose a lot of weight. That's it. But I won't say I've never had that mentality. I'll just say that's not my mentality anymore. You know, my mentality right now is I process where I am, where I want to be, and how I want to get there, and I go for it. You know? And I don't really care what anyone thinks about it. You know? I can't. There's no point. Everyone has an opinion, you know? Everyone has an opinion. So, me, I just follow what I know is best for me, and I do what makes me happy, you know? And I do what I can live with. I'm a water faster. It has its pros, it has its cons. But for me, the pros greatly outweigh the cons, you know? Water fasting has allowed me to reach my peak. And when I tried normal dieting, it's not that I couldn't do it. It was just so much harder. But I've come to realize water fasting, if you want to lose like 50 pounds, is different than if you want to lose 200, 300 pounds, obviously, right? So I'm talking from my own perspective, coming from someone that has lost 200, 300 pounds. It's like, I know for water fasting, it works for me. Even though I may gain weight back, it's still better than where I started from. End of the day, that's how I look at it. Even like water fasting is not what makes me gain weight. Restrictive eating in general makes me want to eat to like compensate for what I missed. You know, it's just a general. It's a habit. You know, is it homeostasis? I don't know what it is, but it's a habit. You know, but I don't like blame water fasting for that. I don't blame water fasting. I look at water fasting as this thing that's helped me to enjoy the past 2 years of my life. You know, 2, 3 years of my life where I wasn't enjoying it before. So I'm a water fasting. This is day 6 of my water fast. I don't know how the fuck I made it to 6 days. Like I really don't know. I don't know how it happened. It's like it was like I was at the 24-hour mark. I was at the 36-hour mark. I remember reaching 72 hours, and then boom, day 6. That's how it feels. Almost 1 week down. I know where I'm headed. I know how far I want to go. I know that this year has been rough though. So, you know, I'm ready for it all. That's the beauty of it all. And when you go through a journey, when you're on that marathon, you've been through so much shit. You kind of know your pace. You kind of know how you do. You know when to push yourself and all that sort of shit. And you just keep riding, you know. You see? And the moral of the story for my journey is like never quit. Like never quit, never surrender, never say die. Like never. I don't care. If I lose 100 pounds and gain 200 back, if I lose whatever happens, happens. But at the end of the day, I'm never quitting, you know. I'm committed to keeping my weight down. I'm committed to battling obesity. The fight in this dog is strong. We on year 4. I'm fighting. And I'm much better now than I was then. You know what I'm saying? When I started. So I'm happy. I got to a point before I started this fast. It's like I know I could fast. I've done it over 10 times, maybe over 20 times. I'm pretty sure I've water fasted over 20 times in the past 3-4 years. I've done it so many times, but I just got to a point where I said, I don't know what it's going to take for me to start this one that I'm in. Before, I used to make like a schedule. I know when I'm starting, I follow the schedule. I end when it says end. I refeed. I kind of get a feel. When I want to start again, I make it. You know what I'm saying? I just move like that. But this year, I haven't had any plan. I haven't had any schedule really. I've been kind of just flowing, kind of seeing how it goes. It's been dismal, but there's more to the story. You know, it's like I've been dealing with personal life. I've been dealing with work. I've been dealing with shit, you know. And through all of that, you still got to manage your health. You still got to manage your wealth. It's a lesson, you know. So, it's life. And obesity is a motherfucker, you know. It's a motherfucker. It's something that you can only understand if you're there. You know, it's like if someone, let me give you an example. Someone started their weight loss journey at 200 pounds and they have a target weight of whatever, let's say 190 pounds or whatever, or 130 pounds, whatever. And if someone is 500 pounds and they have a target weight of 300, 400, or 200, or 150, I don't know, right? It's like it's two different stories, you know? It's two different stories. But you only understand it if you started from where that person started from. Like me, who started from like 475 pounds, it's different than someone who started from 600 pounds, you know? It's different from someone who started from 800 pounds. And it's also different from someone who started from 300 pounds. Someone who started from 350 pounds. Someone who started from 200 pounds, you know? It's all different. I could probably relate to someone that started from 450, 475, 500, maybe even 400. I could probably relate, you know? I'm not saying I can't relate at all to someone who started from a lower weight or someone who started from a higher weight. I'm just saying it's a different journey. It's a different journey, you know? And the reason is that I remember when I first realized I was over 400 pounds, right? I want to say that was like during my Was that my first job? That might have been my second job. That might have been my second job. Because my scale never really went that high. I had to buy another scale before I could see I was over 400 pounds. And yeah, when I saw it, I said, oh shit, this is happening. But the craziest thing is when I saw 400, I immediately also saw 500. Like I immediately said that, okay, I'm 400, I'm probably going to go to 500. And the reason why I said that was that I knew mentally I was not ready to change. I knew I liked the lifestyle that I was in. I wasn't ready mentally. I wasn't ready where I was at in life at that point in time to rehaul my life, you know. And I pushed it. I went to 475. Before, like, my health was just like at a point where I said, nah, it's too much. You know, it's too much. Like to walk from my car door to the front door of a store or my work building or what, it was like a struggle. I said, this is too much. I remember taking the steps with people at my job, and it's like they kind of have to like walk really slow. It's like you're walking with a baby, you know. I was like, it's too much, you know. There's a lot of places I couldn't go or I didn't go. So it's like it reached that point where I said, okay, this is actually like my breaking point. This is where I die. Like, if I don't change right now, I'm going to die because I'll just completely lose control, lose hope, everything. It'll be out the window. So that's when I start to put that into effect, you know. But there's some people, they reach 500 and they see 600. Some people reach 600, they see 700, you know. Me, I reached 400 and I saw 500. I wish I reached 200 and saw 300, or I wish 175 and saw 200. Like, I wish my threshold was much lower, and I'm trying to lower my threshold. And the reason I bring up this topic is this. When I got on the scale earlier this month, I want to say it was August 7th, and I saw 322. I said, oh shit, it has came. That was 3.5 weeks after I ended my last fast, where I was 280. So that was like 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks, I gained 40 pounds. I knew that it was possible. I knew what I was eating, you know. That's the easiest way to know if you're going to gain weight, a lot of weight. It's how much you're eating. Same way if you want to lose weight, how much are you eating? It's very simple if you really think about it. But when I got on that scale and I saw 320, I said, oh shit. Oh shit. Ring the fucking alarm. This is the third time this year I've been over 300 pounds. Whereas last year, I don't think I touched 300 pounds other than in January when I started fasting, which I'm not going to really count, right? So this year it's like I'm climbing back up. But the reason I'm climbing back up is when I saw 320 on the scale, I said, it's not that bad. I wish it wasn't like that, but that's the truth. And that's what I'm battling here. I'm battling that I don't mind being big. But the reason I'm battling is that it takes time to reshift that mentality and say, I don't like even being 250. It takes time. Last year, I actually hit a point where I remember I was 275. This was like in September last year. I was 275, and I said, oh, shit, I'm too big. And I remember looking at myself, and I still remember the picture I took, and I saw it, and that made me water fast. 20-something days, I think 25 days, and I got back to 230 and by October last year. But this year, you know, it started off rough, and I lost focus. And it's been a rough, rocky year. A lot of experiences, though, you know. But a rough, rocky year. But I'm still riding, you know. I'm still riding. And ultimately, a victory for me would just be coming out of this year, having with control in my grasp. I just want to be in control. I want to be in control. I want to know what I'm doing. Um, weight loss in general is tough, right? But managing 200, 300 pounds of weight loss is very, very, very tough. Very, very, very difficult. Because old habits die hard, you know? Ice cream. Pints and pints. Ice cream. And macadamia nuts. Those are the main two things. And I noticed that I could put down one or the other, but it was hard to put down both. And I had to evaluate it. What is it in this stuff that's making me go nuts? And I said, salt, sugar, fat. But mostly added salt and sugar to fat. I should say a high amount of added salt, sugar to fat. Yeah. And I had to really just think about it. There's a lot of it was subconscious thinking, but I kept thinking about it like, okay, I remember last year I was doing like carnivore, and I began to like overeat chicken. I would just eat drumsticks, you know. That was my carnivore diet, drumsticks. And I began to overeat drumsticks. And I know that's not the way you're supposed to do the carnivore diet, but that's the way I was doing it. I would overeat drumsticks, and I was like, man, am I supposed to be able to get addicted to drumsticks? I'm not frying them. I'm just baking them. And that's when I start to say, you know, I'm using seasoning, and this seasoning tastes really good. And that's when I realized it's that added salt. That's what it really was. Even pepper. I can get addicted to hot pepper. But it's just that adding that excess amount makes me eat excessively because I'm chasing that feeling, you know? Like pepper, I think they call it caprician or whatever it is in there. It gives you that high, right? And I was chasing it. And when I was young, I used to hate spice. I used to hate spicy food. Now, I love it. But now it does something to my bowels, so I don't even fuck with it no more. But I was chasing that high feeling, you know, from the pepper. And then from that fat with that salt, the way it melts in your mouth and all that, I was chasing that, you know. So I've learned that. I haven't said, oh, no more salt, right? I'm not, I mean, is that possible? I haven't said, oh, no more sugar. But I know now I have to be highly conscious about the amount I intake. Not throughout the day, but more so like in a single meal, right? So it's like if I have a plate of nuts, no salt, I'm probably okay. If I have a plate of nuts, even if it's smaller, but it's salted, I'm probably not going to be okay. Yeah, it's less calories, but I'm more likely to get addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? Because of that added salt, it makes me crave it more. It makes me feed it more. And it's going to make me go get it more. Whereas that one plate, no added salt, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to have enjoyed it. But I'm not going to like go as crazy, you know? I watched a video earlier this year talking about food addiction. And the woman said she doesn't believe in food addiction, but she believes in additive addiction. And it's like I'm learning all these different concepts, you know. I'm learning all these different concepts, and I'm learning what applies to me, and I'm applying it to me. And unfortunately for you, but fortunately for me, you know, because me, I don't really mind. I'm going through a phase right now where there's going to be some weight gain because I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to get down to the meat of this, the bottom of it. There was a time when I said it was my childhood. There was a time when I said it was this, it was this, it was that. That's what made me fat. But now I don't really care what made me fat. I care more so about what's keeping me fat. Yeah, I'm trying to talk your head off this video because it's been a while. But, you know, we're on day 6 of this water fast. I'm projecting like 8 weeks. You know. I feel like in 4 weeks I'll probably lose like 40. 8 weeks, if I'm lucky. I'll be in a weight where I could begin running. I've also learned that when I start running, I can't actually start running. Like when I'm done fasting, I have to walk. Maybe two weeks. It's gonna be very hard because there's an animal inside of me. I have to take it like very slow. There's been so many times when I finished fasting, I tried to jog and I almost passed out. I think that happened to me twice. There's even been a time when I walked and almost passed out because I did 6 miles. So it's gonna be so hard for me because this year I have been so inactive. Last year I ran 500 miles. This year, maybe 30, 40. I don't know. So it's been a very dormant year for me. There's an animal inside me that wants to come out. So I'm going to have to just try my best to take it slow. Walk, 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 build up. Jog, 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 build up, run. And I pray and I'm hopeful I can run through the winter. I'm hoping I can jog in the fall, run in the winter. This is a year-round sport now. So that's where I'm at. 2022's been interesting. It's been a lot of lessons that I didn't even know I needed to learn. I'm learning. But I'm pushing. Never quit, never die. Never say die. Never surrender. Keep pushing. This is obesity, man. You got 200, 300, 400 pounds to lose, 100 pounds to lose, 50 pounds to lose. You're morbidly obese, severely morbidly obese. Fight it, fight it. Fight that weight loss. Fight it your own way, though. Don't necessarily need to copy me. I'm not saying that my approach is the approach everyone needs to apply, but it's my approach, I'd rather have this approach than no approach. I'm kind of an all or nothing type of person. So, I'll catch you on the next video, yo. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.